Hey guys, welcome to Vets to P.S.C. In today's walkthrough video, I'm going to walk you through the application process for a company called Janus Global Operations. Now again, this falls under the category of WPS, meaning Worldwide Protective Services, as a protective security specialist. All right, so this is the video series that I'm going to be shooting. We're going to start off by opening a browser of your choosing and typing in Janus Global Operations. All right. You should see a website called that's www.janusgo.com. So go ahead and click on that top part. This right here leads you onto the main page of Janus Global Operations. From here, you have multiple tabs: who we are, where we operate, capabilities and services, things like that. Also, the contact us. So if you want to go ahead and contact them and possibly call them and speak to a Department of State, WPS, PSS recruiter, you can go ahead and go about that. But even if you go that route, they're still going to tell you to log on and apply for the position. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and scroll to this upper right portion and click on careers. Now, guys, if you've noticed and you've seen the other previous videos that I've created with Garda World Federal Services and SOC LLC, the process is all the same. Okay, you're always going to end up going to the careers page, and then from here, you're going to navigate around. All right, so right now, you see where it says now staffing. You're going to notice that it's got all the positions right now that they're currently looking for and they're in demand for. Just like I mentioned before in previous videos, you've got this position right here, the integrations and training instructor, okay? That's an upper CLIN position. You've got designated defensive marksman, again, another position that it's up in the upper tier with a specialized field to it. And again, paramedic. Now, when you see this PSS/paramedic, that is protective security specialist /paramedic. So you're going to be filling the role of a protective security specialist, and then with the dash, anything that follows after that. So for example, designated defensive marksman, okay, these are guys that were in the military that have sniper school, level 1s, level 2, conventional forces sniper school, maybe even a long range marksmanship course with a certification and an actual job. You doing that role and filling that role. And then also you have integrations and training instructor, all right, all kind of specialized fields. They're also hiring canine handlers, all right, dog handlers, if you know anybody. And obviously right here, the dash is the location where they're hiring. So for Janus Global Operations, you're going to click on view all of our available career opportunities. Okay. From here, you might notice it's the same page as other videos that I've done with the previous companies. So you're going to enter here PSS because the role that we're doing right now is the basic entry protective security specialist role. And then we're going to scroll down till we find that position. Now, as you notice here, as we scroll down, you're going to see multiple job openings or actual positions of jobs that they're requesting. All right. If you see something that fits something along the lines of what you've done in the military, your background, or law enforcement, by all means, go ahead and click on that and see if you meet those requirements. So right now, we're going to click on Protective Security Specialist. All right. And this is for Iraq. All right, gentlemen and ladies. So right here, you see it's a contract position. The number of openings, there's 50 openings, right? The status, it's full-time. So you're a full-time contractor overseas. You're contracted out for that year. And depending on what their rotations are, usually the rotations are anywhere from 105 days to 35 days, 105 days working on that contract, and then 35 days of vacation, all right? And you alternate that throughout the year. Or they're doing a lot of 90 days on and then 30 days off, okay? Off meaning vacation, 90 days on meaning you're working, okay? So also notice over here, you see that this job position was posted 8 months ago, okay? So that might affect the number of openings available, all right? Just like with other videos before, we're going to scroll down till we get job requirements because that is really the most important portion. And right here, this one bullet with these two sub paragraphs or sentences. Okay, so you have must possess a minimum of 3 years of applicable experience. Okay, now again, a minimum of 1 year of this experience must include experience in protective security assignments. All right, and then number two is experience may be gained in the employ of national, state, provincial, local, or commercial entities providing armed, high threat protective services. All right, if you meet those qualifications, if you've done that, if you've done a combat deployment overseas, if you've done 3 years in the military and you've done one of those years in a combat deployment, most likely you qualify for this position. All right, so go ahead. The other position, the other tabs, you don't have to worry about that. For example, must have a current U.S. driver's license. Well, if you lived in America and you're a grown adult and you served in the military, most likely you have a current U.S. driver's license. If you don't, if it's suspended or if it's, you know, if it got taken away from you, things like that, it might affect you. It will affect you with your security clearance process. All right. Valid U.S. passport. Again, if you don't have a passport, you might want to get one. Now, the recruiters will help you in giving you the knowledge on how to get to those, how to get a U.S. passport if you don't already have one. Also, I'm going to be shooting additional videos later on in the future talking about how to go ahead and obtain a U.S. passport and things like that. All right, so we're going to scroll up and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this tab right here that says apply for this job online. So here you're going to enter your email. All right. Now, if you're a European Union resident, EU citizen, or located in the EU country, please check this box. All right. Obviously, uh, this is more towards Americans right now that are, former U.S. military or current U.S. military about to ETS or law enforcement personnel, preferably SWAT. You go ahead and you don't have to click that button. You just go ahead and click next. All right. So this screen looks a lot very similar to my previous videos with Garda World Federal Services and SOC LLC. Janus Global, they all require the same thing. So as you scroll down, you'll see they're going to want you to input your resume. Once you input your resume, most of the time it auto-populates, for example, your first name, last name, things like that. But go ahead and wherever your file is located on your most current resume, make sure it is a current resume, all right, so that the recruiters are seeing the latest and greatest on your background and experience and put you in a position according to your experience and background. Right. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on create a login. So you're going to go through all the steps here, create a login, password. That way, whenever you come back after you finish this process, you go ahead and you X out, you close out, and you go about your daily business. If you want to come back a couple days later and you haven't received anything, you can always log into Janus Global Operations, standby, returning candidate, log back in, and then you can enter all the information that you put in as far as your login name and password. It'll take you to a screen and then you'll see for the position that you applied for. All right. Again, fill out all the information that requests. One of the main things that I see a lot of guys do is they'll go ahead and they'll put a fluff email. Okay. Do not do that. Put an email where if you have a phone, it goes directly to your phone and you're going to be alerted. That way, as soon as you get, the recruiters see your resume and they're like, okay, this guy qualifies for the position. Let me reach out to him. They'll reach out to you and you can speak to them immediately. Right now, during that time period, once they send out an email, it's fresh in their minds. So as soon as they send out that email, they're like, okay, hey, I just shot an email out to, Ken Alisea. Yeah, okay, this guy qualifies. We'll wait to hear back from him. Once you get that email, you can immediately, A, follow the instructions, B, contact that recruiter back and immediately start a conversation with him or her. That way they can go ahead and get you processed. And it just speeds up things. Also, it builds rapport. And, that way, whenever you call up and you have additional questions, things like that, they'll remember who you are and they'll be more prone to actually helping you through the process. Not like they wouldn't before, but, you're fresh in their minds. They know who you are and they want to go ahead and they want to process you through. After that, you submit your profile. Okay. So it's going to take you to the next screen, which is candidate profile. And just like you've seen in the Garda World Federal Services video that I've done in the SOC, it's going to go through the same process. It's going to give you the candidate profile, ask questions about you, your background, things like that. You're going to go ahead and input all that information. The third step is going to go ahead and it's going to be, uh, you verifying that all the information you've put in is correct and accurate. You're going to go ahead and click submit, and then it's going to go ahead and it's going to process you. It's going to save all that information. So whenever you feel like going back to Janus Global Operations, you can go ahead and go to log back in. All right. So that right there is a walkthrough on how to apply for Janus Global Operations. And again, guys, this is what you want to do. If you're looking for and you fill that specific role for a protective security specialist under the WPS program, which is a State Department program, which is Worldwide Protective Services, go ahead and fill out for every one of these companies because not a lot of companies won't have the position available due to the fact that guys are just not leaving. So go ahead and apply for all these companies, talk to the recruiters, find out what the pay is, find out what the training is, how long the training, things like that. Whatever fits your need and whichever one you like, that's the company that you end up going with. So hopefully this video helped you out, and I look forward to helping out with additional videos. So take care.